Hello, so welcome back to Story Time with Christina. So, story time, I hope you guys are enjoying these little stories. It's interesting, I was just with a client, and sometimes during my sessions, I'll tell stories to distract the mind, or some of my clients relieve nausea, things that we're working on. So, story time is fun. And I was telling my client some of these stories, and he commented and he goes, where is the ending? Why doesn't the story have, these stories don't have endings. These are not stories. These have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I laugh because this is the never-ending story of our body. And in truth, obviously, in a written story, we want to see an end. But I am not the end for every person that I work with, right? I am a catalyst. I am a bleep in time for them. Sometimes short, sometimes long periods of time. It really depends on the person and what energy they're willing to put forth in the practice and how much energy they're willing to give to me. So the story for today is about a friend I worked with a few times, and I met him in ceremony. He's a really amazing, beautiful singer, and he met with me because he was having some issues. He snores. If you're thinking of a dosha or body type, it would be a kapha or an endomorph. And he came to me and I said, okay, what is your story? Tell me everything. So, little history, he swam, he's been scuba diving, he is now a singer. And we went and rewound, back. I said, okay, well, what was your childhood like? And he goes, well, as a kid, I had sinus issues, so I was like, so you breathe out of your mouth. He goes, yes, and I actually remember my childbirth. I remember the birth, and I came out of the womb not breathing, so without breath. And the woman that he teaches these Lakota Indian songs to, she always notices that he's holding his breath. He'll have these long pauses before he breathes again. And on top of that, he also is a mouth breather. And these patterns are seen in his childhood, not only from birth, like it is rooted from birth. Those are where the patterns start. We kind of take on our moms and then our parents. And then, we develop our own with the interaction of the world around us. But also, as in the previous story, through the instruments we play, through the sports that we play. So it was interesting, he picked throughout his life all of these activities that required a mouth breath. So from swimming, he was a great swimmer, scuba diving, out the mouth, and now singing. I think there may have been another one. But as you see this pattern and how we are guided to the things that we do. And, I worked with him a few times, gave him a few exercises to create strength in the intercostals. And this is one of those stories where it's never ending. I continue to check in with him. But ultimately, I also think he has such a beautiful voice, and the way he expresses himself is so individual. Who am I to say, okay, well, you need to lose all this weight to be healthy so you can be this idea of perfect health, whatever it is. And yeah, that would probably behoove him. But it's his story and his motivation, and in the creation of that change, his transformation into who he's supposed to be in this life. And that's not my story to fully direct, but just to guide and give him the tools to be able to explore more. So yeah, that's the story for today. Is just this. It's very simple. It's just the progression of how we attract things in our life. And I want you to think, okay, the sports that I played, and why did I choose those sports? When I was in grad school, or just in school, I was studying kinesiology, and they would always say, you don't pick your sport picks you. I was a cross-country runner. I was skinny, tiny little thing, maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. I was a soccer player, but I hurt my knee. I didn't have the girthy legs necessary to protect my knee, I guess, or whatever. That's another story. But yeah, think about these progressions and how you've gotten to where you are, and respect that that's been your journey. And if you choose to change it, then it shall be changed. So thank you for joining Story Time with Christina. Book closed for today. I will see you next time.